Hello, my name is Jen Kitzmiller and I'm here with your Thursday fire weather briefing for October 16th. So to start things off, I wanted to show you guys a water vapor image, and this is from satellite data. There's a few features that I would like to point out to you guys. The first is this broad scale area of high pressure, which is situated across the western U.S. And this feature is going to be in place over the region into early next week, bringing a general warming and drying trend to western Montana and north central Idaho. Another thing that you might notice here, if you look upstream along the west coast, is this area of kind of white and blue colors, and that represents moisture in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So just one thing to keep in mind, even though we do have a ridge of high pressure, we are expecting for some of this moisture to make its way into the region in the form of cloud cover, and I'll talk about that here in a few slides. And then the final feature I wanted to point out is this area of low pressure situated over southern Alaska here. And that feature is important because it's going to bring the potential for a cold front early next week. So looking at Saturday, as I alluded to that moisture moving through the ridge, there is a weak disturbance that it's expected to move through mainly northwest Montana, and that can be seen here by the dip in the yellow lines, which is showing in the upper level weather pattern. Also, the green colors on this image represent very moist mid layers of the atmosphere, or in other words, locations where cloud cover and showers are expected to exist on Saturday. And this is mainly going to be more in the morning. As we move into Saturday afternoon, there does seem to be a little bit of clearing and some drier air that moves in. And you'll see the main area encompassed here is across northwest Montana and the Idaho Panhandle. Precipitation amounts are expected to be quite light with this, not expecting wetting rains. Otherwise, for the rest of western Montana and north central Idaho, you should expect to see warming temperatures on this day and maybe a little bit of a mix of sun and clouds. As we move into the Sunday-Monday time frame, that ridge of high pressure is going to strengthen over the area. Should bring a warming and drying trend. Beautiful fall weather for this time of year. It looks like the warmest day of the week is going to be Monday. A few valley locations on Monday itself could actually reach close to record high temperatures, which is kind of in the low to mid 70s for this time of year. Another thing is, as we move into Monday, the ridge axis does start to push further east, and so this is going to allow for some increasing southwest flow aloft, which should help to improve mixing across the area. Now, as I alluded to looking at that water vapor image, as we get into Tuesday, we are expecting a cold front to pass through the region. This front will be capable of producing some widespread rains, which you can see denoted here by the blue and greens in this graphic. And the area most likely to see wetting rains currently extends from north central Idaho up into northwest Montana, which you can see I've circled here in the red bubble. This front's also going to be capable of some gusty west winds as it passes, and will also bring some cooler temperatures, which is actually going to cool us just back down to seasonal normals for this time of year. Thanks for attending this briefing. The next briefing is scheduled for Sunday, October 19th, but if between now and then you have any questions, please feel free to contact us.